All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday morning, man. The weekend. Everybody got good plans, big plans. Barbecue, throwing something on the grill, spend some time with the fam. Whatever that is for you, man. I hope you guys enjoy your Saturday. All right, man. So I know it's top of the morning. Let's talk about LeBron James' vow to never miss the playoffs again. All right. He tweeted, I can/will not miss the postseason again for my career. This hurts. Okay, back to watching these games. He tweeted Friday. And in my opinion, if I'm being 100% honest, man, for him to that's a bold statement to say you'll never miss the playoffs again in your career, because when you look at it, a lot of that means, all right, I'm gonna have to let basketball people be basketball people, meaning front office, let them put together what they consider to be the best team, and look at a thing. I think with LeBron James, a lot of time he want to put people on his team because he like them and he's cool with them. And sometimes his decision to bring in or vouch for certain people is based purely from his heart, not from his head. Which I have no problem with someone thinking like that. But to say you'll never miss the playoffs again means you must know something we don't know, because it's not a one man sport. We've seen plenty of people go out and have phenomenal seasons, don't even make the playoffs. So that's not something that many people would take lightly. But as we know with LeBron James, we've seen these tweets before. Remember when he said, what he said? He said, "Oh, y'all making fun of my squad. Keep that energy," or something like that. And then he said they would be better. They never got better. And again, with all the turmoil that's surrounding the Lakers right now, and even with him, at some point it felt like he's, and I'm gonna talk about this in a later video. Sometimes it feel like he's a definite state for the Lakers, like it's Lakers to the end. And then sometimes it feel like I don't know. I'm not either way on it with LeBron. I'm not like, oh my God, he's the end all be all for us. Whether you like LeBron or you don't like LeBron, the one thing you got to admit about LeBron did bring relevance to this team, because this team was just there. They did have young talent in Brandon Ingram, and I think Julius Randle was still there. No, Julius Randle wasn't there no more. Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and stuff like that, and we got there. The expectations went up. And Laker Nation was used to expectations. So I know a lot of people feel, oh, if you don't count the bubble championship, LeBron ain't did nothing. Well, that's not true. All right, let's not do that. But I will say that LeBron has to just be the basketball player and stop vouching for certain players and trying to get certain people in, when obviously he was thinking with his mind, not with his heart. And I know when I say that, a lot of people are like, oh, man, you just blaming Westbrook again, huh? This is about Westbrook. This ain't about Westbrook, bro. This is not about Westbrook, bro. This is about, well, for one, Westbrook just didn't fit. That's no knock on Westbrook. Westbrook didn't fit with this team, but that's who LeBron vouched for over being able to have Buddy Hield and even Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan, I think they said he could have had. But anyway, it's time as Laker Nation, we just flushing this out of our system, right? And then we're gonna go forward and we're gonna start putting together. I know all the slander out there, and as it starts to, you start to feel it, like you start to feel like everyone just coming for the Lakers, and then LeBron to say he'll never miss another playoffs game in his life is sometimes I think is emotional. That's like, oh man, I'll never miss one of these. That's easier said than done. Because as we've seen this year, bro, if 25, 26, 27-year-old LeBron had said this, we'd have been like, all right, I believe that. But nah, bro, we talking about 20 year in the league, LeBron. That's a whole different LeBron. See, I can say I can speak for this because sometimes I think what I think in my head versus what actually happened are two different things. Like in my mind, if I hit the court right now, I go dribble all around everybody and all these young bucks. I go kill them. But then I get on that court, I'll be like, yo, they don't stop. They still running. Hey, I'm gonna wait down here for y'all, right? So, and I think a little bit of that is going on with LeBron here. Is more like in my mind, I should be, bro. You're not at that level because you're as you're older, you've been in the league 20 years. Your body sustained injuries and don't recover as fast. So to say that you'll never miss you don't know that. You can say I don't want to ever miss a playoffs again, but you can't that tweet pretty much said that I won't miss the playoffs ever again in my career. You can't say that. I will now, as long as you're wearing a Lakers jersey, and I will hope you don't miss another playoffs in your career. But that's a bold statement to say, especially when your running man is AD. All right. AD is the person I think that got the most to prove coming up this year because if AD has another lackluster year full of injuries, it's time to just write that man off. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just starting to get utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. And I want to point something out, too, about AD, the Lakers, and even the NBA in general real quick before I get up out of here. The bubble, people say certain people were so good in the bubble. But then when they left the bubble, they wasn't that good no more. So that means the bubble fabric. No. What you seen was what you seen was guys like AD, who I didn't have nothing to worry about. I just had to go play basketball. That shows you what can happen when you shrink all the outside distractions into you. And when you do that, you got one thing to focus on. That shows you how good AD could be if he only focused on basketball. Now that's easier said than done. You got a family, you got a life, I get it. But AD was so good in the bubble because that's all he had to focus on. You know how good you would be at your job if that's all you had to do for 24 hours a day. That's all you had to do. You can't worry about family. All you do is make a phone call back home. You couldn't jump up and run over here. You didn't have to go to the gym. You didn't have to attend this. You didn't have to see that. All you had was basketball to focus on. And I think that's what the greats was able to do. That's what Kobe was able to do. That's what Mike was able to do, minus his golf habit. But whatever, you gotta have your vices. But they focused so much on the game, and that's why they became the great. That's why you seen AD at his best in the bubble. Now, how do all that tie back into LeBron James never missing the playoffs? Is not missing the playoffs again? Is because he gonna need that level of AD if he want to come out and say something like that. But anyway, guys. Hope you guys have a great Saturday, man. It's Saturday morning. We about to get up. I'm about to hit the gym. I got some other things to do today. I'll be back at y'all all day. Y'all know we got games. We got a lot going on today. So with that being said, guys, please come subscribe to the channel, man. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate it. Until next time, you guys be great, man.